Are you a young person who's Christian? You want to get closer to God, but you don't know how. You're also kind of lonely. You're lukewarm, but you don't know how to not be lukewarm. Well, I'm here to encourage you. The first thing I want to say is don't let 2025 be another year like 2024, 2023, because life is short and God is calling you to build a relationship with Him. And I've got good news for you. The number one thing you need to be doing, the one thing you need to be focusing 100% on in 2025 is building Christian community. That will solve, obviously, your loneliness problem. And I can tell you from experience, it helps so much with getting closer to God. Because, picture this, dude. We're social creatures as human beings. We're really influenced by the people around you. And there's this kind of famous quote that's gone around where your mom's always like, oh, if your friend jumped over a bridge, would you jump over a bridge as well? But like the real truth of it is that a lot of us would, right? Because we do follow a lot of what our friends say. And there's also a famous quote from, I guess, this famous like rich person or whatever, that said you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. And that is so true. And I can tell you right now, you don't need to come up with some crazy like plan of like, oh, I'm gonna read my Bible every day, or I'm gonna like do this little hack or whatever it is, and I'm gonna build this routine or whatever it is. That's good, but I can tell you the number one thing you can do to just naturally build a closer relationship with God is getting Christian friends, building Christian community. Okay, because that makes things so much easier. Just pick, I'll tell you from my experience, right? You go from having friends who they're lukewarm, you don't really talk about God that much, and a lot of the things you're speaking about is like the general worldly things. They go out drinking and all of that stuff, and there's a whole lot of talk about girls and all that stuff, right? Versus you have friends now who are Christian, and a lot of your chat is around God, and it's around like family and marriage and the future, and what God is doing in your life, and just the Bible in general, right? Like you go from a place where people can and will kind of joke around, make fun of you for like, not doing the things they do, right? Like not going out and, not like kissing girls and all that stuff, right? And then you go to a place where if you tell your friends like, oh, I'm going out tonight and, I'm going to go be hooking up with a bunch of girls or whatever it is, they give you a major side eye. There's going to be like, whoa, what are you doing? Right? It's like the environment is so different. So obviously it's so much easier to be closer to God in the second scenario than the first scenario, right? Because you've just got friends that are keeping you checked in, right? And again, if you've got your group of friends that you really like hanging out with, right? And you have the option of on a Friday night going out drinking with like some people you don't really know, whatever it is, hoping to like, I don't know, the crap that people do in clubs, right? Versus your friends, they're going to like a church connect group, or they're going out for dinner or something like that. You're obviously going to want to go with your friends going out for dinner or to like a church connect group. Like it's just exciting. Like going to church, like I love going to church. That's what all my friends are there, right? So there's not a Sunday I'll miss going to church. Like I think I've only missed, I don't even remember what happened. I think there's one Sunday I missed after I started going to church regularly in 2024, where I didn't go. I think I was sick. I literally couldn't go. Like I literally couldn't go. But apart from that, like I want to go there because my friends are there. Right now, obviously I'm there to build a relationship with God, to serve church and everything like that. But it just makes it so much easier when your friends are there, right? When I think of like fun things I want to do on a Wednesday night, where do I want to be? I want to be at my church connect group because my friends are there, but I'm going to be talking to lots of like-minded people there, and going to get to talk about God, we're going to get closer with God, and again, just my friends are there. Right? It's literally just as simple as that. Like, as humans, we're actually quite simple creatures in that aspect, right? So I would say the number one thing you need to do is make Christian friends. Now, okay, cool, Gideon, you've told us that you need to make Christian friends. How do I do that? Now, I'll share what I did this year because I moved to a new city and I didn't know anyone and I needed to like make friends. Like I wanted to build a community and I knew I wanted to have like Christian friends, get closer with God and all of that. But honestly, I just wanted to make friends. But luckily for me, and I guess it was God's plan that it happened this way, but I found like where I was getting the most luck with making friends was at church, right? I was going to church connect groups, right? It's very important. You can't just rock up to church on a Sunday morning and hope to make your best friends there, whatever it is. It's just not going to happen, right? Because of just the nature of Sunday services. Now you still go to Sunday services, of course, because you want to go there, get like your word in and stuff, but in terms of making friends, you want to go to church connect groups. Now if you're in a big city like I've been in Johannesburg, you're very lucky. in that case, because there's lots of churches, right? And there's lots of diversity, and you can go pick like whatever. And it's also usually very urbanized. So if you're somebody that's watching this, likely you're also quite urbanized. Like you're not going to be hanging out with like, I don't want to say not weirdos, but like people who just don't click with you, right? Like people are going to be culturally similar to you, and if you find a church where that isn't, you can easily find another church where there are people like that who are like you. And honestly, what I just started doing is I went onto Google. I literally went onto Google and I searched young adults connect groups Johannesburg, and then I found like many. Well, actually, I did that, or I'd search church groups. I'd literally just search churches in Johannesburg, and I'd go onto their website and I'd check if they had young adults groups, and then I'd see if they were having one on the Wednesday, and I'd just rock up. Now I know that's difficult, for some people it's difficult to kind of just rock up. If you can find a friend to go with, that would be awesome. But the one thing that really helped me was, before I rock up, usually if you want to like inquire, there'll be somebody to email, and then when you email that person, they're usually like the youth pastor, or they're like the young adults leader, or whatever, right? And they're usually somebody who's they help people get integrated. Talk with that person, and when you go there, you tell them you're coming, and then you chat with that person, and they'll help you integrate with other people. That was something that really helped me a lot. But I would say that's the number one way. If you literally just dedicate 2025, just do that. Literally just be like January, Feb, just start searching up churches around your city, go to like young adult stuff, and just go and see where you fit in, and then just start going regularly. And from there, you start building Christian friendships, and you start getting invited to like worship nights. You obviously want to go to church more, it'll be a lot easier. And now you're getting encouraged in your walk with God, right? You have questions, you can ask them, but also you just don't feel like you're alone, in this journey, and it makes it so much easier. So I would say that's the number one thing you should be aiming at in 2025. Do not let 2025 be like 2024 and 2023 and all the other years where you've been walking around just being lukewarm, because again, Jesus himself said in the Gospels, not even the Son of Man knows the hour that he's going to come, but he's going to come. And you don't want, to look back and be like, damn. You don't want to be that person that Jesus is speaking to in Matthew 7, verse 22 and 23, where he says, depart from me, I never knew you. You don't want to be that person. God is calling out. He's calling out to you. Just take his hand. And this is literally the easiest way you can start. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think of the topic. Make sure you subscribe to join the community. We also have like a Discord where we have online connect groups. We have them every Monday at 6:30 South African Standard Time. We also have a Gents Connect group we have on Saturdays it's at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. on Saturdays, again, South African Standard Time. And we just have a general Discord for people who can just come and speak and just build community. So if you are keen for that, make sure you join that as well. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think of the topic. And until next time, see you guys.